Going on, people? Yo, this is that guy Ike, and this is one of my first times doing one of these videos. But I have a question for my Jeep people out there, my WJs and all that stuff like that. So this is a 2002. Let me turn this air down, which that's another issue. But it's a 2002 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited 4.7 V8 high output, and I have a question. All right, so I just got through changing the battery terminals because I was having an issue to when I start my vehicle, it'll just click and go dead. When I put the key in, it'll beep, it'll have power to everything, but as soon as I turn it, it'll start to go dead. So as I was doing a little bit of troubleshooting under the hood, I realized that every time I would move something that would move the battery cables, I would hear the key beep, you know, as the door chime or whatever, as if the door is open. So I came to the conclusion that it was that I had bad battery terminals. So I replaced the battery terminals, and for you WJ owners, your what is it, 99s to 2004 Jeep Grand Cherokee owners, that might be something you want to check if you're having the same, excuse me, if you're having the same issue. If you turn the key and it just clicks and everything dies, you definitely want to check your battery terminals. So so I changed the battery terminals, and as you see now, I just turned it off. And watch, starts back up, no problem. So that fixed it. I do know I'm due for a tune-up, which that's going to be the next thing I got to do. But my question is, every time I disconnect the battery and reconnect the battery, do you see how my speedometer is? Now, mind you, I'm in park right now. Look, I'm in park right now. But my speedometer jumps about 10 miles per hour. So when I drive, I'm technically off by 50 miles an hour. So it started out the first time I had the issue, and I realized that I was having a bad alternator, so it was causing a power surge. So it jumped to 30 miles an hour. So I was like, it's kind of weird. And so I replaced the alternator, which everything was fine. Replaced the alternator, belt back on, everything works perfect. And then I started having the other issue to where, you know, it was actually idling rough and felt like it was going to turn off. So I figured, hey, maybe I needed a tune-up. You know, I figured maybe I just needed a tune-up. If I change the spark plugs out, make sure they're gapped the right way, change out the coils as well, then, you know, that should fix the idling issue and maybe the throttle position sensor. But before I even did all that, like I said, I found out it was a battery terminal issue that I was having. So it's not idling rough, it's actually idling perfect. It's not rough, doesn't feel like it wants to stall out or anything. But now I'm trying to figure out, my people, if you can help me to figure out what's up with this speedometer gauge. Is there any way to fix it without having to buy a new gauge cluster? Is there any way I could take it off and maybe adjust it? I know there's a way that you can actually reset your gauges. I have tried that before, and it does the same thing. They'll all reset. They'll all do the gauge sweep, and then it'll go right back to just this 50 miles an hour. So any question, any assistance that I could have with this for my Jeep owners, please help me out. And if I can help you out anything, please feel free to let me know. The next issue that I'm working on too is the air. I know it's a common issue for the air to blow, but it's not coming out of the vents. Like I could feel it a little bit when I turn it on. I can feel it a little bit, and it's coming out of the vents. But it's not blowing as hard as it should. And actually one side is like more warm than anything, but this side here, it's actually coming out, but not as powerful as it should. And as you can hear, it's on full blast. And no matter what vent I turn it to, it doesn't change. So if you guys can help me out with that and this gauge issue, next thing I will do is a tune-up. And let me know. You know, I usually post hip-hop videos because I'm a musician, and I'm a Christian musician. Let me know if you would like for me to post some mechanic videos, man. I'll be happy to throw some up. Maybe I can help some of you Jeep owners out with some stuff. And yeah, put your comments below. All right, thanks a lot. Peace.